S or the 7? Interesting. Oh wow, okay. So that is kind of cool. Very high quality. So this guy, I remember actually playing on this in 3rd grade. Man, this is a trip way back. We would play Nanosaur, the first one, and Oregon Trail. Oh my goodness, man, this is bringing back memories. It's been so long since I've used one of these. This was actually probably the very first Apple product I've ever used in my life as a kid, and I didn't even know what it was. I didn't even know the difference between, Windows and a Mac. It was all just a computer. So, wow. Man, the memories. I might buy one of these one day once I have more room for them. So they got some special edition ones in here too. And I know about these. I just don't know or have ever owned one. I know some people have actually retrofitted new internals from a newer laptop into one of these. I've never had one of these. Is this like the first iMac? Actually, never even seen what that is. Assuming that's the first iMac. No, that's a Cinema HD display. Sorry. I'm an Apple Pro, but not everything, apparently. This is technically the first Mac Pro tower ever, and it didn't sell very well because of how little you could customize it. Now Apple's abandoned their new one, sadly. And a mouse. Cool. The Power Mac, I believe. This was my first Apple laptop ever. I actually bought one of these on Craigslist. It was a pretty good deal. I got a fully loaded one, high resolution display with a matte option, and they're actually built very, very well. This is what got me into the design of Apple. After I bought a MacBook Pro, then a MacBook Air. I've never had the first iPod. First iPod I ever had, I actually won it in a drawing with a friend, the iPod Nano 2nd generation. So that was my first Apple product I ever owned, technically. This guy. This is actually kind of cool. I mean, for anyone that's fascinated with Apple, likes the history of it, it's kind of cool to have it here. The first or second iPod generation, MacBook Pro, or this is actually the first one I had. I didn't realize it's a little bit different here. All right. Oh, I remember this guy. This is actually one of the most well-built Apple products ever. A lot of people praise the design. This is totally Steve Jobs era. It fit very well with the Mac Pro Tower. So when I actually move into my house, eventually I'm going to build a bench out of these. It's a kind of really cool little idea. So they're very cheap. You can get the case for around like 50 to 100 bucks. You need 2 of them and a piece of wood. But this is one of the ultimate Apple designs ever. I love it. Never owned one, but wish I had. Some people are still using them over the new Mac Pro just because you can install newer video cards in them, Wireless keyboard. Oh my goodness. I remember this, the white MacBook. I actually fixed one of these for my cousin as I was a kid. My first learning experience with OS 10, in fact. Ooh, this iPod, I remember these. So many counterfeits growing up as a kid with people using these. They were just MP3 players, but they had the same design and style. People ripping each other off on Craigslist with them. Whoa, I have never seen these in my life before. What a learning experience. That is actually kind of cool. So the iPods, iMacs, I've never used one of these. That's cool. Oh yeah, the sleeves for these guys. Man, this is actually pretty cool just to look through these in high resolution. iPod. Ooh, I remember these. I used to have these as a kid. They had so much storage, but they would fail, hard drives and all. Apple made a speaker before. I did not know that. Man, I feel like learning so much about Apple right now with this. That is so cool. Color looks great. Pops here. New casings. Man, how did I not know about these? Okay. This is where my journey began. The iPhone 2G. I was on a middle school bus when I first heard about this phone. That installation, that's crazy. Man, that is...
Bum.